Good morning, Gopher High. We're so glad to be back with you for this semester. Many of the faces have changed, so just be patient with us. So sit back, relax, and join us for a new episode of Admiral Ocean.
January flew by so fast, and of course, it seemed even shorter being out with the Snowma Gang 25. But there were several things happening here at GHS. But if you blink, you might have missed them. Reporter Sadie shows us one of the big changes here at GHS this semester.
Gulfport High School is so excited to welcome a new teacher this semester, Miss Taylor. She will be teaching our Culinary 1 classes. She previously worked at Bayview Elementary School, and she also owns a 4-year baking business.
I was working with the catering company in high school. So throughout high school, I worked with a catering company, and now I have my own food-related business, and I've been in business for about 5 years now. So I do baked goods, cookies, cakes, cheesecakes, you name it.
One of her biggest goals for this year is to collaborate with smaller businesses in our community to give her students a hands-on learning opportunity.
I feel like my entrepreneurial background will basically help encourage my students to develop food-related businesses, run their own, and develop a plan to create their own businesses. My long-term plans for my class are to grow them, to help develop knowledge to where they could create their own recipes and basically thrive in the food world. Chef Wyndham is going to drive them to execute those recipes and those culinary skills, and my job is to build that knowledge and get them ready to do so. So when they transition out into the real world, they'll be strong and be knowledgeable and be skill set to where they can run their own business, run their own restaurant.
You may not know this, but February is CTE month. We have many career and technical education programs here in the academic institutes. Not only do students in CTA programs get actual hands-on experience in career fields, but they also gain national certifications. The health science class is one of our CTA programs. Reporter Michelle gives us an inside look at these students who recently earned a certification.
On January 9th, 2025, Health Science 2 students completed a CPR requirement certification with a 100% rate. This 4-hour event took place here at the GHS courtroom alongside the American Heart Association. Through a series of different techniques and simulations, Health Science 2 students used dummies to perform rescue breaths on adults and infants.
Okay, so we learned how to do the compressions. We learned that you do it 30 times and then breathe 2 minutes or 2 times. And then we learned how to use the AED, and we learned the steps before you start CPR, like making sure the scene is safe because some people may forget that. And then we learned how to do babies and how to handle them if they're choking.
In a different area of the simulation, students were assisted with an AED machine, which uses technology differing from the traditional CPR method.
So after we learned how to do chest compressions on an adult, we went into a different room and we were taught how to use an AED, which is an automated external defibrillator. And what that does, it basically restores the heart into a regular cardiac rhythm.
CPR should be a must-have skill, regardless if your career path is in health science or not.
It's not just CTE classes that are working hard. Academic classes over on the 9-10 side of the campus are going full force as they get ready for state tests. Reporter Johnny stopped by Miss Flores' class to see what some 9th grade science students are up to this semester.
What do you think of when you hear the word pie? Do you think of the amazing flavors like apple pie, pumpkin pie, or pecan pie? Well, this week, Miss Flores' physical science class explored a different kind of pie. By using everyday objects like cups, bouncy balls, and containers, they discovered the mathematical constant pi.
We learn how to measure circular objects without certain tools like a 3-balance beam, all that stuff. We learned how to use pi to find certain circumferences and diameters and radius. My favorite part was probably playing with the rubber bouncy ball.
Pi is essential in fields like engineering, architecture, and even space exploration. It helps calculate everything from areas to volumes and plays a key role in solving real-world problems. Understanding pi not only deepens students' math skills, but it also connects them to practical applications used every day in science and technology.
So she had like a bunch of like circular objects on a table, and we had to grab like 6 of them and measure their circumference and diameter. And then we had to draw a chart and write it all down in the spaces.
By exploring pi with everyday objects, in this lab, students gained a hands-on understanding of how this crucial concept applies to the real world, laying the foundation for more advanced studies ahead.
As some of you may know, prom is right around the corner. So let's figure out what this year's prom theme is.
What do you think the prom theme is going to be for this year?
I think it's going to be ocean themed, be like underwater, something like mermaids or something like that would be cool.
I'm getting the feeling of like the Great Gatsby, the Roaring Twenties, that kind of area.
I think it's going to be like interstellar or like something like with space and aliens.
I'm going to guess it's the Great Gatsby.
With aquatics and sea life.
I would say Fairy Tale Garden.
Prom will be March 22nd at the MGCCC Hospitality Center from 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Tickets will go for sale soon for $40, but you have to make sure that all your fines are paid.
Dress code is formal attire.
With the purchase of your ticket, you'll have food provided, photo ops, and party favors.
See you at prom!
And be sure to get your Valentine gram ordered. The Student Council is selling Valentine grams through February 13th.
As we said earlier, the month of January has already come and gone, and we were wondering how all those New Year's resolutions were going. We close out this week's episode with reporter Sam checking in on some admirals to find out about their New Year's resolution. See you next week on Admiral Ocean.
The new year is finally here. Yes, seniors, it's officially 2025. And we all know the saying, new year, new me. And here at Gulf High School, our admirals have a lot of New Year's resolutions planned. Whether it's graduating high school, becoming better at a sport, trying something out of your comfort zone, or just being a better person, they plan to stick to it all year.
Better time management.
My New Year's resolution is to eat healthier.
New Year's resolution is to eat more fruit throughout the year.
To make finals in Dayton.
Be more consistent.
I want to read more than my screen time. And I want to read the whole Bible in a year. My New Year's resolution is to work out more and just be a better person.
To have better grades and to play my instruments and perform better.